Water. What's going on? Welcome into the company. Thank you for joining us, everybody coming in. Welcome back. I know we took last week off, and that was all my fault. But
It was.
Yeah, damn. I swear, no honor amongst thieves.
Nope.
So, welcome in.
You gotta tell them why. Why was it your fault?
I want to get to it. I was just,
Sorry, man. All right, never mind. I'm mute.
It was your 40th fucking birthday. That's why, motherfucker.
Can I tell people what it was?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Tell all my
shit.
It
was my 40th birthday. Oh, man. Yeah. So it was my 40th birthday last week, and we decided to take a week off so I could have some R&R and get some things done with my birthday and have a little bit of fun. So I appreciate everybody being patient with me. Thanks, guys, for letting me take that time off. We will not extend that same courteousness to you. So you guys have to work on your birthdays.
Who the fuck you talking to? Me?
Fuck you.
I'm like, who's y'all? The audience or us? You ain't the boss of me. You're not the boss of me.
But anyway, funny. Yeah, so that's what was going on. So I am 40 now.
That motherfucker old.
Which is a trip to me.
I guess the question that I got is, does it hurt?
It started hurting at 35.
Damn, bro.
Okay. You just gotta pick which body part is gonna be in whichever day you wake up on. Is it gonna be your ankle for some goddamn reason?
Right.
Is it gonna be your back? You ever woke up with the ankle pain?
Man, I wake up with sprained ankles all the time. Like, what the fuck was I doing?
The fuck did I kick somebody in my sleep? Did I get put in the ankle lock or something? It's weird.
Wait, time out.
Uh-oh.
On Facebook, you said it's my fault. I just saw that. How's it my fault?
Because you didn't want to be.
I had to pick somebody. Somebody had to go down for it. Wasn't gonna be me.
Good God.
And I already got a few messages asking us if we were going to talk about what I know we're going to talk about tonight. But yeah, so hold on. Let us. You know we got to talk about. But But yeah, like I said, I appreciate everybody for being patient. We didn't have a show last week. We're back now, back rolling and rocking.
We back like crack.
So, big thing on everybody's mind: what the hell is going on with America? Apparently, since everybody's getting, apparently since everybody's getting their vaccine, we can get back to what we've been doing. Cops can
racism
start beating the hell out of little black kids.
Oh, good. We
can start being told where we can and can't be. Yeah,
shooting up schools. Yeah. We back on it.
Mass shootings, all that good stuff. So. I'm in South Carolina. Most of us are in South Carolina. I think Rich and Nick are the only ones not here. And if you haven't been paying
that, but I own property there.
We got
I'm in South Carolina, just not Columbia.
Yeah, and it sits very close home to Rich of where his property is.
Yeah, I'm actually concerned about this.
His property is in that area.
Literally. I was like, I know where this block is.
Yeah. I pretty much live less than a mile from the entrance of the summit. So that's kind of crazy.
So if you hadn't been paying attention, there was an incident with a kid, young black guy, walking around a neighborhood that he lived in, and he was approached by one of the residents who advised him he didn't belong there. They tried to throw him out. He kept approaching the little boy, wanting to fight him and pushing him and teasing him, and he was trying to get a reaction, and the boy didn't give it to him.
I that's not to cut you off. I commend him to the high heavens because I pretty much know everybody on the show probably would have lost their everlasting mind.
He wasn't going to defend himself, and that's the sad part.
Yep.
Yeah, but can you knock it for not? Because the thing is, he didn't punch him. I know that people are like, you got to knock him out. I get it, but he already probably knows the narrative that would be painted if he hit him. It's sad to say that. It's very sad to say that, but we know the place that we're in when he's not really the aggressor, but we would aggress upon him. You know what they would say, what they would do. I hate to say it like that, but We know how that's going to go down.
I would take it.
Now, I would take the chance too. So sorry, Brian. I just had to
No,
say
you're
that.
good. You're good. We can talk about that. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, I would have risked it all.
most people, aggressors like the guy was, would put themselves in
Jonathan
your face.
Pentland is his name, by the way. Let's just go ahead and hear
Say
it.
it.
Why
his
you gotta
name.
have my bitch ass name? Damn.
Say his name.
Damn.
But most people, what he probably would have done, to be honest with you, he'd have took the little boy's punch just so he can say the boy attacked him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There were 3 avenues, or there were quite a few avenues that whole situation could have gone down to make that boy look worse.
Right.
And that was one of them.
You know, here's the thing about that entire situation that I can guarantee you, if it was somebody who was of a bigger stature, he wouldn't have done that. I promise you that.
No.
That was the only reason why. Because let's be honest, right? If you are, I guess the way I look at it is like the threat assessment, right? I mean, you come outside in basketball shorts with no shoes on and a t-shirt, you're really like, it's not like you're out there to fight. You're just out there to create noise.
Correct.
And I don't think that if dude was honestly trying to engage at that level, I don't think it would have been that wouldn't have been how he was coming. You know, that's not how he would have came out there. Mm-mm. Yeah, to Rob's point, no, he wouldn't
That's
have.
exactly my point right
there. There is
exactly my point.
There's nobody that would. If he was a little bit bigger, that wouldn't happen.
If we're gonna get it, we're gonna put on some sneaks and then go outside.
Right.
I'm not going out barefoot for you to stomp on my foot and then.
Right. You got to protect.
Wait,
Protect
so
your
why you already planned how you would have attacked this dude?
But he's
Soft
right.
feet.
I mean,
right.
You go for the weak spot.
I mean, there, you know, like there's no honor in a street fight. I'm sorry.
There is not. There is not. There is not.
I don't know.
Those black people I saw walking around the corner would have to pull me off of him.
I don't know.
I watched that tape many times.
This motherfucker was 240. So put that into perspective.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you know. So as far as I'm concerned, you know,
I'm 225 and lift 4 times a week. I'd have whipped his ass. Oops. Just to keep it a stack.
Can we talk about one narrative that and maybe y'all can correct me? Was there some kind of sexual assault that supposedly happened?
That is supposedly one of like the starting situation. Now, but here,
go ahead.
Here's my thing. But here's my thing with that.
Before you continue with that, Rich, I'll just say one quick thing. If that happened, that doesn't give you an excuse to be a racist.
That's exactly my point. I was like, this is the reality behind that. Is like if this was literally a situation of where you got my man was, you know, summoned to like help out in the situation. There's 2 things here. 1, he didn't see the attack. 2, that incident de-escalated, right? And then you created another one. And so at that point, you are now becoming the aggressor, which is where the assault charge kind of goes in there.
Right.
So,
What's good, CJ?
Here's my thing. If a sexual, these older white women call the cops for everything. Bird watching, little girls with lemonade stands. You're not going to call the cops for sexual assault?
You know what? It's weird, man, because this is where it always gets tricky when it comes to sexual assault. You know, because there's a narrative behind it where it's not necessarily that you're believed. So there is that. So I'd never want to say that the reason why someone didn't call the cops is because of
right. No, you're 100%
reasons.
right. But we're talking about people who call for everything else.
But there you go.
They know they're going to be believed.
Correct.
Right.
And you see, and that's
the difference.
Right.
I 100% agree with you. A lot of women don't report stuff because they're not going to believe me or they're going to do something.
I can say I've came across many women in my life that have had something like that happen. Not necessarily say like the act of quote unquote like rape, but like any things that dance around that. I've known quite a few that They haven't reported it, so I fully understand that.
So that's the only thing. So they were, I guess, maybe they were trying to have some street justice. And the example is when keeping it real goes wrong.
But I do have a but though. My thing is, if Richland County was quote unquote aware of this, if he's the victim, like Leon Lott said, where does that story go? Because my thing is, if they looked into all this and he's the victim, I'm not trying to call it bullshit, but it damn sure smelling like it.
I mean,
not to call it that, but you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I thought about this too. Now, for all of us that have kids, if that was your daughter,
I would have called.
My thing is, why wouldn't he have been stabbed, beat up,
exactly?
Like
if
that?
That's your
that
daughter,
one confused me.
If that's your daughter, and you like you said, either I'm calling the cops or I'm going to fight.
No, not or and.
There you go. Yeah, you're right.
And the thing is, okay, so somebody's in your neighborhood. Somebody's in your neighborhood. First of all, they said he had sexually assaulted somebody, and then they say he picked a fight with somebody. Right. Why are you telling him to get out of your neighborhood? Why are you telling him to leave?
And he also said he never seen him before.
We know that line.
I keep catching that.
That's that line.
What you just said.
That's the
message. You just said he keeps harassing people.
How you know?
Yeah,
none of what he said makes sense.
None of it. He kept harassing people in the neighborhood.
Anybody knows if you say no matter what race, creed, gender, whatever, if somebody says you don't belong in this neighborhood, we
already know what that means.
Hey, don't forget he said boy also.
I don't need nobody to be like, well, he meant no. Shut the fuck up. You know what that trope is. Don't even try to share that language.
That's
Thank you. I'm not a fucking idiot.
If you're wearing the wrong color, you don't belong in this neighborhood. If you know what race, you don't belong. We know what the fuck that means. Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you.
You know the sad part is like none of that. I guarantee you, and I promise you, that man would have done none of that if his wife wasn't behind him egging him on.
Oh yeah, or if somebody our size would have been like there, or looked crazy.
But she's a piece of shit too.
I think Brian. I think you're right, because I think everything that this situation states is more like, I'm beating my chest to show you I'm the bigger man. So because of me being the bigger man, I got to show everybody on this block who I am. And then unfortunately or fortunately, my bias came out on video.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Because you see how much more he started beating his chest when the dude spoke to his wife.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, I have to protect my woman type thing.
Oh, she gassed him up. That shit was so annoying. The thing that got me, will walk you home.
Yeah.
That felt more disrespectful than almost anything I heard. I don't know why.
Right.
I don't know why. Well, she said, we'll walk you home. Like, what?
Bitch, we don't need to know where I live.
Yeah, that really bothered me. And I don't know why that bothered me more than anything. Like, he's not a boy. Like, you don't have to be, you're not in any power. You're not an overseer. Like, that's all. I was flashed red in my damn head when I heard that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a small black boy by himself.
Yep.
And he's of age, but it's just, he looks.
He's
younger.
16. He's 16.
I thought he was older than that.
I'm hearing different ages.
20 or something.
Yeah, I'm hearing different ages.
Really?
Yeah, I heard he was above 18.
Yeah.
Either way, he wasn't over 200 pounds.
Still,
no.
Nah.
Oh yeah. I've seen
weighing in about $1.65.
Yeah, everybody knows, and I've seen this on many outlets, and this is one thing I do agree with. Everybody knows it's like if that was somebody, let's say, even just 6 foot, 200 pounds, that wouldn't even happen. They probably just sat on his porch and just looked.
Yeah, he might have yelled at him twice.
Yeah.
If that, because you got to know that person would be like, "Well, come over here then." That person would probably say.
Exactly. I'll say this: he wouldn't have ran up on Aaron Donald like that.
Aaron Donald.
You're terrible, Nick.
Dude, Aaron Donald can move every human being that exists.
Dude, what the fuck is that about, man?
What?
No, go ahead. The Arnold fucking beating the shit out of somebody.
Oh, did he? I don't know nothing about this, dude. I'll be offline. What happened?
Oh, I don't know.
He's supposedly getting arrested for assault for knocking somebody out.
I hope it's not a woman, right?
No, it's a guy.
Oh, I'm about to say she be dead as a doorknob.
Yeah,
dude, Aaron Donald's unreal, bro.
So we all agree.
Oh my god.
So we all agree that this guy deserved what he got, as far as
Yes,
the
absolutely.
public exposure and fired or whatever. Now, the events that followed his this whole incident was, of course, that neighborhood got locked down.
I got a few things to say about this part. Go ahead.
I don't agree with vandalism.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I was getting to. So the neighborhood got locked down. Of course, they had the protests outside of his house yesterday, and today. Actually, they were still out there today for some reason. And of course, they wouldn't let anybody in and out. The cops were called in to actually escort him,
Escort his
Jonathan
family,
and his family, out of the neighborhood and take them someplace because they were in fear of their lives. Cool.
They're gonna live.
Oh, that's
great.
Go ahead, Rich.
Black.
How many fucks do I have to give?
So here's it's like there are several different layers to that, right? Because people were protesting outside of the house, right? And my thought was after justice was served, because you got to keep in mind now, a third-degree assault charge, which is really all that happened, carries 30 days and $500.
Yep.
So let's be honest here. Like, if you're saying that you want justice to be served, man, that's all. I'm be honest with you. That's all he's going to get, and the public humiliation, and he might retire from the military, right?
He's not making it over E6. So yeah,
that's
he's
exactly.
done.
I talked about that at work, Sosa.
He's done.
I said, yeah. When it comes to that, your paycheck when you got a military going to be next to nothing. Now,
yeah, he's done.
It's more about the public humiliation. He's not doing no jail time.
Yeah, he's not doing no jail time. Yeah, he's. I think whatever you got out of there, that's what you got. The thing was though is that after, so let's say for example, after all of that happened, there were still protests going on, and this is the way when we're thinking about how we're strategically organizing, how we're carrying out this, our social justice, right? What does that protest mean at that point? Because everything that has transpired now is taking place. Like, you said justice wasn't served. Okay, now it is. Now, admittingly, the way I look at it like this is like, okay, there's argument that Richland County should have like arrested him initially. And I mean, yes, we could say that, right? So beyond that, but at the end of the day,
real quick, was the video out for them to have seen at that
not
point?
Yet. Not until
after.
So
how could you?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So like it wasn't like they had that video right then and there. It went viral, and then Richland County then was like, oh, well, we got new information. Now they went ahead and arrested the dude.
And Leon Lott even said that in his press conference. He said he was actually very happy that those people filmed it.
So the thing is, but you're out there protesting. It's like, well, where does this protest lead?
Yeah, because we got the justice that you would get for that. I mean, unless you're gonna go protest to Fort Jackson headquarters of the Pentagon,
right?
Past that, that's all that's left.
Well, I think also, now correct me if I'm wrong, to be fair, at least as far as yesterday, they didn't know he actually got arrested till
yesterday. Yes, we're talking about like anything that they do
after
to his house or protest.
Okay,
now, like what's the point?
That's what that's what we're saying.
Like, at that point, leave them alone.
Right. Okay,
that's what I feel.
My thing is, Portland, DC, St. Louis, like all these places have been, they've been hot spots for maybe 6 years now.
Yeah, St. Louis been one for a minute.
Columbia hasn't been really touched yet. You know what I mean? Like
we're not big enough.
Well, no, but there's enough where there's enough injustice where we could do some shit, and I feel like maybe they needed to show the force. Show of force.
And but it's like there's this weird.
Oh damn, Rob! I went there, Rob.
What happened now?
He said his kids go to Summer Parkway Middle. That's where I went.
So
I feel like they needed to show of force, and
I agree. I think that the necessary action kind of helped bring all that stuff to the forefront. It's just the question of, all right, after, like, are we out there to just show force, right? Because where, at what point is us showing force the same as someone else doing the same thing, right? Like, are we getting into a situation where we're just retaliating between one another?
That's where I think it's
I
going.
get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Because then it's not so much. It's like, well, I want to put the fear of God in your heart that you can't do this thing. Okay, I think that message was given, but now at this point, it's like, well, where are you going? Because all of the actions have now taken place.
It's like at some point, when the needle rises, this is where you want to be. But anything past that is just kind of overkill, and you start losing the message. So when you start, and like they were doing, like they said, one person was the one that was vandalizing,
and he probably was from like Alabama or something. Like he was
probably paid to come down here because none of that was happening before this hit national news.
And then there's
so excuse me. Yeah, so I think at some point you kind of just lose the message. So there's a very thin line between trying to make a point and being a dick.
So I got one last thing to say because I know I saw a couple of comments about them disbanding protests because it and the possibility of it violating the First Amendment right. Residential areas fall into a different category, and so what I can guarantee you, I promise you, when the summit goes through their HOA agreements, I'm gonna get a piece of mail that's going to restrict protests being done in the residential area. Yeah. I promise you that's going to happen. If it's not already there already, and they're just going to enforce it.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's how many cops you got to bring in to reinforce what happened yesterday? Like the amount of people that were there yesterday?
Yeah, I got a couple of friends. They told me.
Just the logistics of trying to calm that crowd down.
Right.
It would have been bad.
Yeah.
To those who are talking about what the military going to do to him, probably nothing. He already got caught on the civilian side. They would call it double jeopardy if they did it on the military side.
Good point.
That doesn't mean he can't be forced out.
Right.
He's done. And there's no more promotions for him. That's a wrap. Because you assault charge and you trying to make E7 and up, it's not gonna happen.
Nah.
Because you need a security clearance. In most cases, you need a security clearance to get E7. Assault charge, that's a wrap.
Right.
Your background check is fucked. So.
And it's fresh.
And
it's public.
Fresh public. All you gotta do is type in his name one time in Google.
Thank you.
Done.
Look at this. Denied.
You type in Jonathan right now in your search bar, and I can guarantee you his name probably pop up.
He's like number 3.
Thank God it ain't me.
But
dude, that way you can't put fans page with that dumb bitch.
Whoa.
That bitch is dumb.
Who's only fan page? What are you talking about?
Just type first name. Yeah, that's all you got to do.
He's
talking about the dude's wife. He's talking about the dude's wife. Yeah. It's her only fan page.
I saw her picture. Jesus Christ. You can keep that one.
Man, you're right.
Whoa.
I mean, okay, now we heard her screaming in the background. Was anybody surprised that she looked like that?
No.
I guarantee you,
together
if they flipped that camera around, I promise you she was on a beach chair.
You said she's a beach whale. What did you say?
Yeah, that too.
Oh, damn it. It's mean.
It's not fair screaming. It's fair identifying.
Hey, I'm not tearing up the house, but I can talk shit about you.
But so I mean, I don't. That I pray that that's like our only incident in South Carolina this year. I doubt it.
Well. Okay.
I mean, here's the reality, all right? Like what we hope happens is that when these situations come up, things are handled swiftly and appropriately, right? And for the most part, outside of the fact that, I think the sheriff's office was trying to get outside of a media firestorm. I think they pretty much did what they needed to do. you know. But the question is, like I said, if it happens, right? You know, it's like cell phones have become such a great tool, right? Improving information, because eyewitness testimony is from, you know, from any standpoint is probably some of the worst testimony you can get, because people remember.
If I can stop for 1 second,
yeah,
one
go
thing
ahead.
we learned was eyewitness testimony is inherently unreliable. So yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, people remember what they want to remember.
right.
Who was
Mhm.
black?
And could you imagine, like if there was no camera there, who would have believed all that happened and that little boy was innocent?
Nobody.
No,
That's the thing.
Nobody.
And that's why Richland County didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily think any of the officers were racist or anything, but it's kind of what we're preconditioned to think. Say that one more time, sister.
There should have been an investigation, some interviews, something.
They claimed that they were They claimed that it was on Monday. They said the investigators, which aren't like the officers, they're like independent people.
Yeah,
of course they work, but they're plainclothes people. They got it on Tuesday, which would have put it on course to where they quote unquote were looking at it. That's what he said in his press conference.
Man, I can claim 3 people on my income tax, but I don't do it. That don't mean shit.
Oh, I'm just going by the words he said. There's no way for us to truly know. I'm just
and
going by
what
the fact that he said.
What would have happened? It would have taken them days to do the interviews. They'd have went back to this guy's house, to Sergeant Jonathan, whatever his name is, and he'd have been sober and cooperative and nice and.
Oh yeah, he would have been schmoozing. He wouldn't have been able military guy.
Dressed up, yep.
Yeah. Wouldn't have been able to imagine that he would have exploded on some little kid like that out in the streets.
Right.
If they would have went over to the kid's house.
Stupid.
They would have went over to the kid's house, and he would have probably been chilling or hanging out and confused and angry because of everything that happened, and he would have been the aggressor.
Yep. Right.
And it would have been no problem.
I mean, not to bring it back, but I mean, it's the same kind of thing with Walter Scott. Before
Dude,
we saw
I was
the video, all we heard was there's a struggle and the cop, you know, he was defending himself and nothing about him running away. A few days later, we see the video. So
that shit was atrocious, bro.
Man.
So that's exactly what it made me think of, because if that video never came out, that trial would have went completely differently.
Well, there wouldn't have even been a trial, probably. They would have been
right.
The cop, I'm sure the cop, well, in this situation, the Army vet would have been questioned a lot different than that boy would.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Right, exactly.
Man, I'm sorry. He's a man. He's 20. He's that man. Whatever. That guy.
You can say young man, because that's what I would call that.
I kept saying man, kid, like.
Say young man. That sounds better.
Right, thank you. But the questioning would have been a whole different story.
Sure.
And that's what, in my opinion, that's why he would have got aggressive. Like, why the fuck y'all question me like I did something wrong?
Right.
Yeah.
It
would have been you came over here and you bothered me. He was the one that blah blah blah. And the cop would have been like, calm down.
Right.
Come with me. And that would have been it.
Right.
Another brother in the system.
Who slept in the office?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out what he's saying, but I didn't want to.
I think he said the family slept in the office because they had to take him away from their home.
Yeah.
Well, fuck them.
Oh well.
I mean, if they had kids,
they are supposed to serve and protect, so I get it.
Yeah, but
it's a but it is what it is.
I'm pretty
the
sure
family didn't do nothing, but fuck them.
Couldn't they just have gone on base?
He could have.
Point because your ass.
They have fucking hotels on base. Take your fat ass over on base.
Why you keep talking about that man's wife?
Because I'm just making sure everybody knows she's fat.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm just talking shit. I don't give a fuck.
Sorry.
Oh shit.
Anyway,
if she wasn't talking shit, I wouldn't be saying these things.
But how many wives do that shit though? Like,
but sometimes you know everybody wants the girl to look out for you, but she really made the situation so much worse.
Nah, man, she was like back there directing traffic.
Pretty much, she was running plays for that dude, and he was following.
That was a perfect example where sometimes you just got to tell your girl, please. And I am not a chauvinist. I know I'm not being toxic or anything, but sometimes you got to tell her to shut up. Listen, I got this. Please,
like you got to flex your man muscle. Like, Go sit down. You have to do that.
Yeah.
I hate that. Hey. Maybe that's why I'm not married. Hey,
He said, "Go sit down."
I done seen that before, and I'm like, she go sit down. I'm not saying I did that. No, not me, but I've seen that. When people be in altercation, have y'all not seen that? You go over there. You never seen that? Oh yeah. They normally go too.
Hey, stand up all the time. Shut up, you gonna get me fucked up.
That thing goes beyond race, man. It's like if you're with that type woman, she will talk you into an ass whooping 100 times out of 100.
They'd be like, "What did I do? I did nothing."
Yep. Because the way she is, it's like, oh, she's screaming. I should be proud to be with her. I got to defend her, even though this ain't got nothing to do with her.
She gonna get defended, but when we get back to the car,
what
Hey, you get the tongue lashing from hell from me.
Nick's boy said, if you got slapped with me, you just got slapped.
You said you gotta ask him, well, what'd you do? And that was one of those situations, man. It's like I want to think that this was not, and I know you guys are going to disagree with me, but I really want to think that this was not a racist situation. I want to think this was a drunk dude being amped up by his wife.
You know what, man? See that I'm with you. The thing that makes it suspect is honestly that one line that like you don't belong here. Boy.
Yeah. They were hitting the tropes like Acuna Jr. Boy, they were hitting them things.
Up until that, I was like, oh, here we go.
How many times I heard that?
There was so many things that were pretty much like the racist shit you would say.
Right.
I'd rather you just come out and say it like that.
Right.
They hit all those
which
points.
I find hilarious because he said you don't belong around here, but yet there are like two black women that walk right by.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at. I was like, I'm confused.
Yep.
And as somebody who goes on walks sometime, and I do walk through the Summit, I'm like, the Summit? Really? For anybody not from Columbia, South Carolina, the Summit's probably the most diverse neighborhood in Columbia.
Yeah. So when I saw the video posted online and it said this happened in the Summit, I was like, wait a minute, this might be like the Summit, Oregon or some shit, because I know this is not.
The Summit has all sides, tons of black people, tons of white, anything you think of, that's the Summit.
And I misread. Shut the fuck up, Marcus. I misread what Brian said on Facebook, and I was like, Sumter? What the fuck is he talking about? And then I went back and looked at Summit. Get the fuck out of here.
Right there, bro. Like, it's that close. It's a stone's throw away from where we stay, man.
Oh, yeah, that just didn't make it.
And I'm like, maybe he meant his street.
It's like
we're a tight-knit community, dude.
I was thinking like,
out of town. People move in and out of these houses. All these houses up for rent. People come and go.
Man.
Shut up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, at this point, you lose the benefit of the doubt. You're racist.
Yeah, I ain't seen you around here. Bitch, you only been around 10 months. You bought the house 10 months ago. Get the fuck
Thank you. We're a tight-knit community.
You don't belong in the neighborhood.
Dude. I keep it a stack. I don't know my neighbor's name, so there you go.
No, me neither. And I'm a hypocritical piece of shit. But I was like, "What are you doing drinking on a Monday night?"
Yeah, I was about to say so. So what?
Sorry,
we drank on a Wednesday night last week.
I drink on a Wednesday morning. Fuck it.
Hey, just say those are the days you're off, Sosa. Please, right? The days you were off, right, Sosa? Right? Yeah. Oh my God! Trying to get this nigga out. Jesus Christ.
I'd be exaggerating, but you know.
Okay, exaggerating. Got it.
Right.
Mark is full of shit too.
What?
But Mark is full of shit. But I don't know
what we can learn from all this. And I don't know why nothing happened to like the people across the street, because they were part of this whole thing too. Because I don't know if y'all saw the lady that was standing off in the distance. The police on him.
The one that kind of walked into the picture.
Yeah,
that one. Yeah.
One thing, and
they felt very comfortable rolling up on him, man. That really bothered me.
I hate to say
that's why he was a small guy. He was by himself. That's what predators do. Yeah, That's what predators do in the wild. They find the one that's by itself and then they attack it. And
Right.
that's what they saw.
And R. Kelly.
I know this might sound very silly, but like
Not silly than R. Kelly.
No. Nothing tops that. But like on Easter, of course, gyms are closed. I'm like, oh man, it was a beautiful day. So I'm gonna go walking. Something told me like, look more intimidating than what you need to be because I don't want nobody rolling up on me. But the thing is, it's crazy. It's like I walked through this nice ass. I walked through North Spring, Sosa and Rich know where it is.
Yeah.
Nice, beautiful houses by a lake, all that. And it's kind of crazy. It's like I don't get that energy from people. I had older white people like, hey, how you doing? All that stuff. Oh God.
Damn it, Marcus.
But that I just know that's when I know they picked on him because I don't ever get that type of energy. I always get the hey, how you doing? Or like, I don't know. I just never ever get that. I'm not gonna lie. I might smile a lot on here, but I'm a mean mugger. I'll have resting bitch face otherwise.
You are a black man with a bald head
With a
and
beard.
goatee.
You got a bald ass head.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I don't want to make anyone biased against the military, obviously.
Yeah.
But put in perspective, people like him are some of the military people that stormed the Capitol on January 6th.
Oh, yeah, we know that.
Keep that in mind. Yeah, but some people don't keep that in mind. And I think they need
because I don't know, everybody's trying to take their land and blah 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 blah. So speaking of aggressive, I don't know if y'all wanted to change this topic. Speaking of aggressive, we did lose a great talent in hip hop and the culture and movies. DMX passed away last week.
Yep.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we didn't do a show last week, so we couldn't say anything about it. But DMX did pass away from a heart attack. A lot of speculations popped up. A lot of people trying to drag his name in the mud. Of course, that's what they do when somebody passes away, and people like the person that died. Somebody has to spoil it. But go ahead.
Of course, not to be disrespectful at all, but he was dealing with his demons.
Yeah,
We know. Yeah. And
You know what I mean? Like,
there are some demons that do permanent damage to your body. Permanent.
He stood up in court and said he wanted a restraining order from crack. Like,
shit.
Come on, man. Yeah, you fucked up, dude. Mm-hmm. And first, let me preface this. I love DMX. I can't speak for anything after his second, but his first and second album, I mean, I say for me personally, that's top 20.
Wow.
First album, yeah. First album, yeah.
The first one was "It's Dark and Hell Is Hot."
Yeah.
Further up, but the first album is definitely top. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been fighting these shits like. Think about his beef with Ja Rule. Like, they've been talking about that shit since then. So I'm just happy he made it this long. I mean, it's not that I feel sympathy for his family. Mm-hmm. But for him, like, I mean, he made it to 50. Like, you weren't supposed to. So I would rather celebrate than mourn, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I want Nick to have the floor right now. I know that's one of Nick's favorite like artists, people of all time, just from knowing him from years ago.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'll try to make it serious.
What did Brian say?
He said, you cry, he kicking you.
Man, okay. Now I was going to do good about Kevin Hart, but I ain't going to do. But no.
You got to give it to him.
No, but I'll say, IZZO said he's one of my favorite rappers of all time for me personally. And like when he came out, we dealt with Biggie and Pac dying, and so I wasn't listening to as much rap for a little bit. Then my homeboy in freshman year of high school was like, "Man, you need to listen to this guy X," and it just rejuvenated me. So I will always defend him, even with some of the weaker albums, like the first 5. The Great Depression, not his best work.
Yeah, I did not like that album.
But I still support him. As Sosa said, the first one is Dark and Hell is Hot. For me, for me personally, it's a top 10 album for me, and just what he brought and what it meant to me personally as a fan. Like I said, the rough, the aggression. I always found it funny that a lot of his songs, you know, people thought were party songs and dance to them, and he's talking about robbing you.
Right.
Right.
I didn't want to say it because
I'll say it. I found I would laugh.
That's why I like because I could relate.
I loved it. It's like y'all know he's talking about robbing y'all.
Right. Exactly. Thank you.
And loved it. And so, what y'all don't know, you know, y'all haven't met my wife yet, but when we first started dating, we were talking about music, and that was one of our favorite rap albums. I was like, oh yeah.
It was it's the one.
I'm telling you, music makes a lot of difference when you do it.
Man.
That sounds crazy, but it really does.
So that album means a whole lot to me. So yeah, when I saw that he died, like you said, Sosa, I mean, I'm surprised he lived this long, being honest with it. But
like, what's the first time you actually heard him though?
The first time
I heard him was on the Locks album, Money, Power, Respect.
I forgot he was. I knew he was on it, but I don't remember.
That's the first time I
didn't. The first time is Dark and Hell's Hot. I hadn't heard of him before that. Yeah, because again, I wasn't listening to rap that much at that point when the Locks came out. I wasn't listening to it. I didn't listen to his first album on Columbia. Like, what was it? I forgot what it was called. Born Loser, maybe. I can't think of the very first album.
You hitting shit. I don't even know.
Yeah.
So I never listened to any of that. And so it's like once I heard "Get at Me, Dog," that was
it was "Get at Me, Dog." I remember watching Rap City Top 10 on a Saturday afternoon after Teen Summit. I don't know if y'all remember how this shit used to come. Teen Summit used to be on like 11 to 12, and then from 12 to 1, Rap City Top 10. And I'm like, what is this black and white video? And that shit was hard.
Kevin Hart's too short to hurt me. I'm Marcus. Thank you.
Oh my god.
So as you were saying, Izzo, sorry.
I was just saying mine was Rap City Top 10 used to come on at noon on BET.
I think that's when I heard him too was "Get at Me, Dog." I know when I heard him,
dog.
And he did the bark. I thought it was a fad. Okay, good. I'm sorry.
Sorry. The other thing I want to say too, I actually went to the Hard Knock Life tour, so I saw him live.
Lucky motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's
wow. That energy live. What'd you say?
How'd you do that? Fuck, man.
I got a friend. He said, "You want to go?" And so I went. And so hearing him live and seeing that energy live, and then even when him and Jay-Z did Money Cash shows.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
I'm telling you.
You know how many times we used to listen to that in high school?
Right.
Over and over
again.
So I would defend them.
That and Down Bottom.
Yes.
That and Down Bottom you listen to.
Oh shit! I was talking to this young dude early last week, and you know they were talking about DMX, and they was like, "I don't understand." I was like, "Do you think any of your artists, because
they're not
who are you talking to?
They're not MCs, huh?
Who are you talking to? I missed that.
Oh, Young Soldier.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, do you?" And they were looking at the video of him at Woodstock. I was like, do you think any of your guys could do this shit?
Yeah.
Do you wait? Let's rewind it. And I had the school, and I was like, X dropped the album in like June, and then December, and they both debuted at #1 in the same year. Could any of you motherfuckers?
And went platinum.
Yep.
And then, right, thank you. There's no fucking way.
No.
Like, think about the features that X had in '98 alone. Like X was one of the top freshmen.
These kids got to put out 100 damn songs for like 3 to stick, and I don't think they understand. Like,
listen, there's very few times when you hear artists for the first time, and you can remember before they were legendary. Like when I first heard X, I was like, "There's no way this is gonna last. Why is he barking?" I promise you, that was my thing. Like,
I didn't know that. Okay.
He sounds. I mean, that sounds stupid. This is not going to last. Nobody wants to hear this over and over again. And he lasted 25 years. He was around for like 25 years of hip hop. You know, so I mean that guy. He was a legend. It'll never be done again. He was. If you were to think of somebody who embodied what they did, he's like the Macho Man Randy Savage of hip hop.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh,
yeah.
Like
Macho Man was my favorite wrestler when I was really little.
Brian. Ooh, true.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he embodied everything hip hop was. It's like you saw this dude who's rapping because he loved it, but you knew he didn't have to rap because he knew enough ways to make money without having to do what he was doing.
Wow.
Some of
And
it
every
was
time
illegal, but
every time he did put a song out, he was like, "Hey, I got to do this. I got to do this," but I choose to do it the other way because this is the best way for me and everybody around me.
he was true to himself, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Right. Did y'all ever watch the interview he did on GQ? Or it was a GQ interview that he did, and he said, to Nick's point about he was true to himself, he basically was like, I'm always angry. Said, I make music for people that doesn't make me want to feel good. It's like, not everybody wants to be happy. You get taken advantage of. No, Nick, no.
Go drink your fucking Trulies.
That name doesn't even make sense.
I don't understand it either.
Never Broke Again.
Never broke again.
Young Boy Never Broke Again is his name, but I'm confused. Why is it NBA Young Boy, but it's Young Boy Never Broke Again? I'm so confused by
That's
that.
why
I tried to ask my son, and my son was like,
Oh, of why it's
"Yeah."
if you say his name, it's Young Boy Never Broke Again, but yet they call him NBA Young Boy. I'm so confused.
Your marketing people suck. So
I was about to say that was a branding decision and was completely
right.
Yeah.
None of these guys are going to be around. The only guy that may be around, and I don't listen to any of his music, is what's the guy that with the diamond in his forehead?
Talking about
Lil Uzi?
Uzi Vert.
Yeah, Uzi might be around because people love that dude.
I like some of his songs, but it's kind of stupid.
Can't fuck with
But no, you talking about everybody's in love with Lil Baby. Lil Baby, they ride for Lil Baby. I don't personally get it. I've tried. I don't get it, but they ride for him.
They all you can't use the same name twice. The Baby, Lil Baby. What the fuck, man? Can y'all
I think it's
distinguish?
3. Ain't it 3 of them? It's the Baby, Lil Baby, and just Baby. I don't know.
You got Baby Bash.
Stop. Stop it. Stop it. No.
I don't know.
I couldn't even sing one of his songs right now.
But yeah,
I
so
do,
rest in
know,
peace. How many kids did X have? I heard he had like
15.
15. Huh?
15.
15.
1-5.
Thousand.
He had
One of those kids is going to grow up sounding like DMX. Got to.
Dear God.
Oh, they already are.
Hopefully it's a boy and not the girls. Yeah.
She had testosterone.
You don't know who my daddy is.
I mean, you never know. It just could be a New York thing. Just be aggressive for no reason.
I don't know how y'all feel about Cat Williams, but Cat Williams
Yep.
Meeting DMX, his bit on that shit was fucking hilarious.
I knew you about to say that.
Hey, yo, bitch.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But
We
he
used to
can
say that all the time.
You couldn't cheat in school.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I can't get that.
Oh, damn. But yeah.
He says 15 claimed and twins from the side that wasn't proven.
Whoa.
Hey, the claim 15
I guess he was serious when he was naming all them girls.
Oh, my God.
What up, Bobby? But okay, so yeah, rest in peace, DMX. We'll get into a little loose topic here. I think we came up with this a little while ago. Huh?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Ignore him,
Oh.
as Rich says.
Okay. All right, so explain the friendship date thing for us so we can talk about this.
I'm not talking about.
I don't know because I don't friendship date. This was actually going to be, it's probably from like 10 days ago, but we all came across a post online, probably was on Twitter, where a guy posted, "Let's normalize friendship dates."
Pussy.
Coming in hot.
Oh my God.
But so, and then of course in the post he had pictures. It's him in, I guess, like a suit or dressed up, and the girl's very dressed up, and they're taking selfies and thinking it's fine. Look like 4 to 5 star restaurant. And I just wanted to pose the question, guys. Would you guys, if you guys were single, of course, because we got somebody has a girlfriend, married, single. Would y'all go on a friendship date if y'all were single?
What?
I've been
Me.
Single. Because I definitely got to answer this question. To that extent.
So friendship dates. No. We can hang out, we can go grab a burger, but I'm not putting that much into a friendship date.
right, because then I want to put something on your forehead.
Hey, Chicky, you're not listening, are you?
Probably is. But you know what I mean. This is Brian and Mary.
I'm playing. It was a hypothetical, baby. It was hypothetical.
I can't do the show with y'all no more. Okay, baby, I'm coming. Bro, like Eddie Murphy did that shit. Okay, baby, I'm coming. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I have no problem, and I'll go out with my female friends and eat or whatever and drink, but I'm not doing everything a man who is trying to get the draws is trying to do. I'm not gonna be dressing up. As I said in the pre-show, I said you get the jeans and the hard bottoms. You ain't getting dress pants. You ain't getting Louis Vuitton shoes. No. And people like, what you mean? You got a female friend? Not doing that. That is a dummy mission. Sorry.
Preach.
I mean,
you're not trying to give the idea that you're actually dating because you're not.
Thank you, because I don't want it to get misconstrued. Because you might start liking somebody and you say, "Oh, I see you's a friend," but I spent all this money on this filet mignon, though. What did he say?
Hey, where's he going with this? But never mind.
Marcus is about to be in a coma. He's about to beat the shit out of him.
R.I.P. to Marcus.
Hey, I advocate friendship meetups. That's what we gonna call it. Friendship lay. Let's go kick it at the bar.
I'm not gonna sit here
and I have a couple of great female friends, but I'm just I'm not going to that extent.
If you hurt and you need some company, we can go out, hang out, and like that.
But we talking about, hey, it's a Friday night. Let's have our friendship date night.
But at the same time, it's like you're doing that, but you're not like putting everything on social media. See, that's the thing.
See,
yeah, I think
and we forgot to say that, like posted on social media type thing.
Big thing.
I forgot to say that.
There's nothing wrong with if you and a friend y'all want to go hang out, but you're not sitting there like, ooh, at the movies, we're going to dinner. And do all these
I'm not
photos like no,
because you kind of throwing salt in your own game at that point,
right?
Yeah. It kind of reminds me.
Go ahead, Brian.
What Rich laughing at?
I was laughing because I'm thinking about if to Nick's point, I posted on social media, like, don't even look at the captions. Someone's just going, like, the girl's going to look at your social media profile. They're just going to hit back and be like, oh, who's this chick? He got like 30 pictures with her.
Thank you.
Yes. Ignore the right side of the page.
Real quick, don't we pick up when somebody doesn't post people anymore, let alone post somebody?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay, so you see one picture with a dude. And it's cool, that might be your homie or whatever, like that, blah, blah, blah.
Think nothing of it.
But if you see 3 or more pictures with this same guy and y'all wearing different clothes, but y'all always out.
And again, remember the original post.
It's one of two things. That's your man or that's your gay homeboy.
What was the original post?
It was a bunch of photos of them like together. I have to pull it up, but it's a bunch of photos of them intimate.
Yeah.
But y'all already said it's either the man or that's your gay homeboy. That's it. That's all. No, that's keeping a stack. That's not even trying to be funny. That's what I would think it is. It's not your man.
Okay. Like I found the original post that we talked about. They're literally taking photos like they're a couple.
So you just said he's a Ken doll?
You're right. He's anatomically incorrect. Yeah.
I just thought he was a Ken doll.
A smooth surface. Well,
you got a Ken doll.
All of this shit exasperates me, man.
Ooh, Sosa used a big word. Hey,
God damn, Sosa.
Exasperate.
You see what not drinking for like 40 days and 40 nights then did to him?
That vocabulary.
Y'all gonna fucking give me some fucking credit.
we were like,
give me my credit. Oh man, no, but
it kind of reminds me of that song I posted in the chat the other day. What was it? We don't have to take our clothes off.
Oh God, you did.
That's the dumbest song ever.
Wow.
I'm so happy I don't remember that song from my youth. I heard it later in life because I'd have been.
First of all, I remembered the song. I just didn't know it was sung by a dude. So that shocked the shit out of me. I did not. No idea.
I like to say he had an unsung or something like that. I'm not sure if he did.
You can't even fucking spell. What are you talking about?
Whoa.
So you have definitely improved.
Marcus say, I'm the numbers guy.
Yeah, so exactly, Rob. That's
numbers can be spelled as words.
That's what it is. We don't have to take our clothes off. We can just party and drink all night long. Blah blah blah.
I forgot
what. Yeah, we can.
What was
I'm a morning guy myself, so there you go. You ain't gotta do it at night. Sorry. While Sosa looking up something, I had to fill in the gap.
I'm looking up Jermaine Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy. Yeah, I could tell you that.
I think it came out 86.
Oh, so God. I was 3 years old. 80.
Man.
Oh, wait.
He said that's the Ken doll anthem.
You were 10 years old? 10?
Going 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, I was like, this is a dumbass song.
Sosa was in his Bugle Boy jeans talking shit.
So wait a minute. Okay,
I don't remember. I was
that's
3,
hilarious.
man.
First of all, but okay, so let me ask you. Then.
I was in my Oshkosh Bagash, you know.
Since you can't do that with platonic relationships between men and women.
Do what part?
Or whatever you like. There's a limit to what you can do non-sexually before you cross that line.
Oh yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Sosa's already on the block.
I don't know what you're saying. Say that again.
Yeah, break that down to us one more time. Go ahead.
Platonic relationships between a man and a woman, or whatever you are attracted to.
Okay.
As far as things that you can do with her, there's a limit before you start thinking we're about to cross this line.
Of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro.
No,
there. I mean, let's just be honest. There's a certain level of effort that goes into courtship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what if the bitch is easy?
I mean, that's a possibility. But here's the thing.
Serious.
But
if your friend is easy, you still, and it's still a platonic relationship. You still gotta be like, no, bitch, we're fucking friends, and I'm not attracted to you. Like, there's some point you have to say maybe that. I'm just. Am I?
Oh,
go ahead.
I have a point.
Go ahead.
Let's keep it a stack. We're gonna pull back the curtain. If any women watching, sorry, you about to learn something. How often do we keep a lot of close female friends we haven't been slightly attracted to at some point? Not to say you tried to smash and be like, oh, they're cute. That's what I mean.
I mean, I got.
Well, let's just say this.
I can say
you got that ugly. Let's just say it.
No, I can say 3.
I'm
Sosa said 3, and Sosa said 3, but he got 4 female friends, and they all know each other. So now they're trying to figure out which one.
That's why I wasn't gonna say no numbers.
No, because they know
so they done messed up now.
So
you just called those girls ugly. That's not nice.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't say that.
No, because I could understand when like you just don't see him like that because y'all relationship started on something else. I get that. I'm just messing with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got you. I'm following.
But I mean,
I have ugly female friends. Your wife must be over your shoulder.
Hey, Marcus, you might want to
ugly is a very subjective term. So
yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm just
I don't know if I heard what I'm not sure if I heard what somebody said about having attractive female friends as opposed to having ugly female friends. How many of your friends? Okay, so let's say you have these conversations with your more attractive female friends. Okay, if you put those same conversations with your uglier female friends, would you still be entertaining the conversation like you do with the pretty ones?
That sounds so hurtful.
But that's their ugly. Just like you're not attracted to. Yeah, sometimes they might be cute, but you don't feel like that because of
right.
Not say how they
sometimes
are, but like
you do react different to conversations. Like if you had a really beautiful female friend and she was like, my boyfriend hurt me. I don't know what's wrong with me, blah, blah, blah. You would take the time to be like, there's nothing wwrong with you. Blah, blah. You might not be trying to mess with her. You might not be trying to mess with her, but it's like nothing's wrong with you. He was stupid, blah, blah, blah. Now, hold up, listen. Now, if your ugly female friend started complaining about a boyfriend, you'd be like, oh, what you want to eat tonight?
Nah, you know what? See, because remember, this all still goes back to, at the core of it, you are a platonic friend, right? So if someone came out at you and said they were having relationship issues, right? And then you got someone who's attractive versus unattractive, I would say you are still going to treat them in the same way. Now, here's where it gets tricky, because if it's someone that, let's say, for instance, they were attractive and you were sidelining, and then that opportunity presents itself, you decide to go in, that's where usually that thought process starts to become different. Because otherwise it'd be like, if you're treating that person just like that they're your sister or just a really, really close friend, I honestly wouldn't say so. I think, I wouldn't say so. I think I would have the same response.
But bottom line,
go ahead.
None of my friends, associates, whatever, we're not going do friendship dates, restaurants. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit.
Hold on a second. Here's, because it's like, I think there's like an unwritten rule, right? Like if it's just your friend, it's like you have a certain time of day that you're able to be seen with that person.
Well, we need to write that shit down.
You know what I'm saying? But like there's a certain, and it's just kind of like, with you and your significant other, y'all have, it's like an unwritten rule. Like, if you've been out too late with that person.
Yeah.
Because you will hear about it somehow, some way, shape, or form.
That's common sense, though.
It's common sense, but you will also figure out what that is, because it would be a comment that would just be like, got it.
Hearing about it, and you can actually gauge the level of trouble you're in by when you hear about it. If you hear about it immediately, you're good.
Right.
Yeah, because she's just gonna talk a little shit about it.
Exactly.
That's normally what women talk a little shit. You have your little friend.
Later, like a week
if
later.
you walk in the house and she say, okay, well, let's go to bed, I wouldn't go to bed.
She was stewing in it. She was stewing in that thing.
She was stewing in that shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this PS5 for a couple hours. You know what I'm saying?
While your ass good and sleep.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, having the platonic, and I wanted to make a point on something one of y'all said, but if y'all got a point, go ahead. I got to think about it. What I was gonna say.
I don't know.
That's that.
I don't know. It's just like I can speak from personal experience. Like, yeah, I go to the bar, but I just never. We might even go out to eat, but it's never like that extent. It's not planned. It's kind of. I'm not planning that. I just don't. I'm just not doing that just because, because like who said this stuff about they see it online and then they'll assume you might got something with them. I kind of don't want to go that route because
let's think. All right, let's think about it.
Dude's gonna shoot that shot at a girl no matter what, but girls kind of pull back sometimes. I'm not myself.
But here's where I think this is where the term friend carries different weight if you treat it that way. Because let's be honest, all of us, we're not going to all get together in that kind of environment and be taking pictures and all that stuff. Like we wouldn't do that, right?
Yeah, I barely got a lot of pictures on the internet anyway. So there you go.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like if you're a friend, there's a certain level of care that you're going to respond to, right?
Yeah.
I just like. If it's a friend, you're not going to do all of those other things because those are reserved for more intimate settings, like we've said.
Correct.
Stuff like that. Nah.
And Rich, I kind of what you said too is kind of certain times of the day. Also, you're not going to just be hanging out with your friend at 9:00 at night compared to like, especially being a married person.
Let's be honest. Like after 9:00, there are certain conversations that just don't go the right way.
Right.
Like, and the answer what Nikki said, if the roles were reversed and your significant other, like if my girlfriend,
like if us
your girlfriend, your wife had a male friend,
nope,
and they
Look at
Let me
that
finish. Are you going to be okay with them leaving the house at 8, 9 o'clock at night to go to a bar and hang out?
Well, I mean, but we already covered that. So if
a group setting, maybe
I'm not
I don't
into
know.
double standard.
A group thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Niggas
To whoever
like,
is talking.
ain't no I'm not into the double standard.
It would basically be like, dude, in Office Space when he was talking about cakes of the Mondays. Nah, man.
God damn it.
Nah,
Marcus.
man. Shit, nah, man.
Because you see, they thinking about like, no.
I can't imagine being asked, so where y'all going?
We're on a friendship date.
Wait,
No.
where are you going? Paul's Top House.
What? Oh, you're
know what?
Dunzo. Oh,
You know what? To be
It's a
honest
five
with
star
you, most people, probably me including, I don't know. I've never been in that situation. When your girl comes up and says, "Hey, I'm going to meet Jerry down at Hall's Chop House," they'll be like, "Oh, hold on, let me go put my pants on. I'm gonna come too." I want to eat.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but
In either, I don't know. I have to honestly say I have a special situation. So I won't even. It's not even.
Let me ask y'all this. Last relationship I was in, like when it came to close female friends, like I brought up that person immediately to my significant other. So like they know like that's my friend. Not saying, of course, the friend respects, what you got going on. They're gonna hit you up 3 times. They're gonna stay with that boundary. But like, would y'all all be able to? I'm just curious about this because I'm single. Would y'all all be able to hang with that person with your significant other? I'm just curious. Certain people.
Yeah, I would.
If we were all together, sure, because it's like because the optics and their eyes are able to see what's going on. It's a level of comfort, because it's like, oh, I know nothing's happening because I am here.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, all my people have hung out with Chicky. So
right.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's being insecure, but there is a level of, well, I know what's taking place and I'm engaged.
I don't know what the fuck Marcus is doing.
You so icy? I don't get it.
I think that's somebody crying.
Oh.
They're crying in pain.
Yo, Milo.
So what Milo said is she can leave out at like 6 and stay out till 1 a.m. getting lit with her male best friends for work. And she says we do club promotions.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because
the thing is, that's part of the livelihood. That's work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a date.
I'm just saying, if I had accept her doing that stuff, I wouldn't have a problem because I'm with her and you do that. That means I've accepted. That's what I mean.
I'm not saying it's different, Milo, but I'm like you from 6 to 1. You talking about work? Do that shit during work hours.
What?
But you can't club promote during the day. Everybody at work.
Yeah, you can't do that
during work hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what she's saying. Her job is done like in third shift. Well, second shift.
And there's dudes that have pregnant fetishes, so I don't.
Yeah, who's in the club at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Who's done that before? Shame
Look
on
at
you.
Some of that relationship ain't gonna make it.
So y'all have no trust? No, I have trust. It's just I don't trust that nigga.
Marcus poses talk about. I'm not gonna. I'll say when he come on the after game.
I almost had to shoot my ex win.
I mean, that's
just insecure.
Yeah,
that's terrible. And I've talked about that. It's
not.
But see, there's the Marvelous Predator King. There's a difference between trusting your girl and knowing how dudes think.
And I think it's just having respect.
It may not have anything to do with her, but you don't want anybody even trying anything with your girl because you don't know what kind of you don't know what's going on in a dude's mind.
Right.
Hey, text that dude right now and tell him he a bitch and tell him I said it.
Yeah, go back to the I might just shoot my ex. What?
Yeah,
I want her to say she almost had to shoot him. She didn't shoot him. She said she almost had to. Oh,
yeah, he's an unadulterated bitch. That's rough. That's rough.
I'm not gonna.
It's
Now I
rough
will
being with
say
jealous
when I approach people like let's say I've known, not even did anything with, like you just know from the past and they with their assumed man, because I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even try to hug them. Like, hey, how you doing? When they hug me, I go,
No,
because you just don't want to. I don't want to be disrespectful.
You're doing you're doing right. Now, if she hugs you, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Hey,
cool.
you treat that shit like it's Top Gun. Do not fire unless fired upon.
Yeah. Like, hey,
Well, see,
how you doing? And I
there
can't
is etiquette. There is etiquette. From what I understand,
And then he says, "I don't trust no one." Dude, come on, man.
Especially
from
if
what
you
I
don't know the
understand,
boyfriend.
when you approach a female friend and she's with her significant other, her dude or whatever, you greet the dude first.
Correct. First rule.
Yeah, how you doing, my man?
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
So I mean, I would believe that would be proper etiquette. That's what I do. I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? Blah, blah, blah,
I don't. No, because I don't fucking know you. So if you know my wife, you can say hi to her. You know her. I don't fucking know you. Then say hi to me.
But it's respect. It's kind of like respect.
What I don't like is this. Give all the love and be like, and then he just throws me the hand like, yeah, what's up, motherfucker? That's disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you see her cool, it's love, bet.
I've had the girl say hey to me and the motherfucker give me a death stare and not acknowledge my existence. One of y'all were there. I don't know if it was you or Marcus Sosa. I don't remember, but that has happened as well. And I'm like, I felt that breeze.
Chicky's dope. Chicky's on it. She introduces us. But when the dude says, man, now we got an issue. And that's happened. So, whatever.
Milo, I think you got some issues going on because I think you're trying to have a whole conversation about the problems. Marcus probably hit on something. But
Marcus hit a very good point. I didn't even see it till just now.
What did you say? Men and women
friend zone to the fullest extent. Yeah, that's normally when it happens when one of them had gotten pushed in the corner. Like, nah, you're not crossing the line. It's normally how it works in most cases, low key. Many cases, not most.
Now, if you're like Sosa said, if you
Milo, you gotta do better. I fucked up on that many times. Don't introduce, and I don't be thinking. Not me trying to hide. Now I don't be thinking.
Yeah, you have to introduce. You got like 30 seconds. And
I messed up on that.
If you're sitting there and one of your female friends, one of your girls' friends walk up and he picks her up and hugs her and spins her around like they're going with the fucking wind, then we got a problem.
Hey, Brian, I got 2 words for you. On site.
On site. As soon as you put her down,
up. On site.
I ain't never see someone get short Yukin in real life.
On site.
Now, I will say, if I don't, and I'm not talking about my friends. If we're at a party,
Pretty King said, "Don't forget a name." I just saw that. Don't forget a name. But sorry,
exactly. So I've been in parties where me and Chicky together, and we're around my friends. But then there's co-workers who I don't respect. I'm not introducing them bitches.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Right.
I feel you there. Absolutely.
Like they'll be like, "Oh well, since I wasn't introduced, bitch, you wasn't introduced because I don't fucking like you." So.
Yeah, that's a one-way trip to being, just completely.
Well, most of the time, a lot of females, dudes too, are real fucking catty. So they do that just to start shit in your relationship.
Right. Well, thankfully, I said I don't like that bitch, and then the bitch came to that.
So you covered it before you did the introduction.
I covered it. It's just because it was known that this bitch just gossips about everybody. So, and see, she hates. How many? I can't stand certain coworkers. Male,
that's everywhere though. Yeah, that's everywhere. That's everywhere.
Unisex word.
Take sips of drink. I'm like, what?
I digress.
You can't get along with all your coworkers. That shit's not going to happen.
That's human nature, though.
I mean, it's like we don't get along with all of our family members.
Yep. Yeah, it's just human nature. People make work sound like the worst. It's human nature.
You ain't gotta like everybody.
You don't.
It's okay.
You know, so
Just be respectful as long as they respectful to you. That's all I say.
noisy ducks. Oh, noisy fuck. Sorry, you forgot the F. Side by side.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Nosy.
Nikki going in. Oh, I hate samples.
I mean, it is what it is.
All right. Anybody have any shotgun topics they want to hit on real quick before we get out of here?
I did and I forgot.
I did too, and I forgot. We getting
This is
old.
what happens when you get a podcast full of 40-year-olds.
No,
whoa.
It's like
I got a year. I got a year and a half. I got a year and a half, sir.
Let's not go there.
Nope.
That's not until 2022.
Yeah, man.
2022 for me.
Oh
Sir.
shit!
40 is
Dude,
the new
huh?
What did you say? 40 is
It's
the
not-
new.
That is not what I said.
No.
I said it's not until 2022 I turned that. That's what I said.
Shut up.
I am 38. Thanks.
Whoa.
Wait, how old is Nick?
Wait, Nikki.
I'm not
You can't
whoa,
ask. You can't ask a
I
female.
know,
how old she is.
But I could ask Brian. But Nikki, just know I'm asking Brian offline. Haha.
We will find out soon enough.
Oh, no,
Oh, what? I'm younger than you. I'm about to say, Nick,
Fuck
you
you, Mark.
38, 37. When your birthday?
March 5th. I'm 38.
Yeah, your birthday just passed.
Yeah.
So Rich is the baby boy of the group.
Rich is the baby?
Yeah, Rich only 37.
God. How old is Marcus?
Marcus 38. He turns 39 this year. Yeah,
I turn 30 next week.
That nigga lying. He was in college with me.
How about you say?
See, I ain't said the N word. I ain't said the N word the whole time. You made me say that shit.
Hey,
But anyway.
real quick. Hey,
Thanks, I feel better.
Jackie Robinson Day across MLB. That's a big deal.
Oh yeah.
If you don't know, today's the day that Major League Baseball honors Jackie Robinson for his sacrifice. I mean, you were the first, but damn, you sacrificed a lot. So, 42, the number 42 is retired across Major League Baseball. And today, April 15th, every year is a year that they honor that.
And everyone wears 42.
And everyone wears 42. And we saw that earlier today.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Wow, didn't know.
What I would like to add, and of course, never to take away from the great Jackie Robinson. Larry Doby was born and raised in Camden, South Carolina, and he was the second Black Major League Baseball player.
First in the American League.
Only I think 2 months behind Jackie, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So he went through pretty much a full Major League season, the same season Jackie Robinson did, with no media exposure, with no, I don't want to say extras, because it's not like Jackie Robinson really got extras, but you know what I mean? Like, he went through everything Jackie went through with no support, no media attention, nothing. Like, he was shit on, and nobody knows his fucking name. And I feel like you should know who this guy is.
Agreed.
And it's not like he was a bum. He wasn't a scrub, because you can't be the first and second guy in the league and be a scrub. No fucking way. Right. So, because the rest of like Roy Campanella and Satchel Paige and everybody else, they came like a year later. But these two, like, they were the first ones in it, getting called the N-word and get off the field and yada yada yada. So
I would say Sosa. I think Jackie Robinson, his second year, he won MVP.
He did.
I want to say,
yeah.
And so, like you said, just the floodgates.
Yeah. So, I mean, Larry Doby and Jackie Robinson, like, I feel like they should be synonymous, but everybody forgets about Doby. So, just I had to throw that out there because it is today.
All right, dope.
I just want to say, I just want to say at 10:34, Dogecoin had got to 33 cents and we missed it.
I'm rich, bitch.
No, it's down. It's back down to 26 cents now.
God damn it.
Hey, Marcus,
We missed it. That shit jumped 7 cents, and I didn't even know. Yep.
Shit. Okay. Whatever.
Plays the Oscar wrap up.
hey, 42 is a great movie.
42 is good. It's long. Is it long? I'm trying to remember.
It's not long, but
Oh, it's not long.
of course it has
That's
to
not
be
what you said.
condensed.
Fuck up.
God damn.
It's not as long as Kevin Hart though.
Oh my God.
That's for you, Brian.
Oh,
shit.
but no, 42 is a good movie. Great cast, great writing. The dude, and I can't remember his name. He's a good white actor, but he put the shit out of that racist motherfucker. I'm like,
Branch Rickey? No, not Branch Rickey. Was racist.
The manager for the Athletics at the time. He been in he was in the Transformers movie. He was
John Leguizamo. I'm kidding.
Kevin Hart hurt Nick at some.
Hey Brian, it's up to 27 cents now.
I'm rich, bitch.
This
No.
Yeah, Marcus. Kevin Hart, he like hit me in my knees and hurt me. Yeah.
Oh my God! Hey, you know me and Nick and me and Kevin Hart are the same height, so I'm taking a little crossfire for that. By the way,
No, you know we could talk about that off camera, so.
Y'all are wild.
All right,
y'all
wow. I'm gonna wrap this. All right, y'all. We're gonna be back next week, of course. Next Thursday, 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for allowing to keep you company. Thank you for coming in, Nikki. Thanks, Milo. Thanks, Predator King. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Marcus. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks, Nikki, and everybody else who came in and participated and allowed us to entertain you for an hour or so. We will see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
You're old for knowing that.
I had to burp off camera just off my